When Shadow stands up behind that little wooden fence, nobody knows what to expect. People stop, some even take a step back, and then a second later, they're laughing or pulling out their phones to record. It's always this mix of surprise and curiosity. And honestly, I can't help but laugh every time I see how unexpected their reaction is to him. Shadow was born in May 2023, and I brought him home when he was just a puppy. From the very beginning, I knew he was different. I've always loved big dogs, but I never imagined having one that would draw this much attention everywhere he goes. What's most fascinating is that even as a puppy, he was calm. Sure, he had bursts of energy running around the house like any young dog, but at his core, he always carried this natural calmness, as if it had been part of him since birth. Most people, however, don't see that right away. On a daily basis, I notice people crossing the street or freezing in place when he stares at them. That's the first impression his size gives, often accompanied by cautious looks. And that's where the most entertaining moments happen. Because all it takes is getting a little closer, a quick touch, or even a curious glance for that first impression to completely change. I also wanted to show this in public. Shadow is a service dog, and we've had plenty of experiences where appearances were deceiving. There was one day at the supermarket when I decided to record. Some people looked afraid, while others smiled, asked questions, or even congratulated me on him. It was my way of showing that a huge dog can be just as respectful and calm as any other, even in places full of distractions and constant movement. At home, though, his personality comes out in even funnier ways. He often throws himself on his back, legs straight up in the air, like a person relaxing after a long day. Other times, he follows me all around the house, even if I'm just walking to the kitchen to grab a glass of water.
Yeah, he's a star.
These little habits remind me that behind all the attention he gets, he's still simply my everyday companion. One moment that really stuck with me was when someone recognized Shadow on the street because of a video. They came straight over and said, "That's Shadow."
You just made my day.
That was the moment it hit me. He had already become part of so many people's lives. And he did that just by being himself, without needing to be anything more than his calm, gentle presence.